How long were you on the road?
We have been on the road for 30 days.
You were on the way for 30 days. Have you met any problems on the way?
A man put a knife on my neck and threatened to cut me if I didn't give him some money.
You know there are a lot of dangers where you are heading to.
I mean the sea.
Yes, we have heard about it.
So why do you take such a risk? How many survived? How many were you on board? How many? How long were you on the road? How many survived? How many survived? How many were you on board of the boat? How many? How long were you on the road? How many were you on board of the boat? How many were you on board of the boat?
Every year, tens of thousands of migrants and refugees, primarily from Aden, Ethiopia and south-central Somaliland, make the hazardous journey from their place of origin through the northeast region of Somalia, Puntland and onwards across the Gulf of Aden in makeshift boats operated by unscrupulous smugglers. There are various motivations for this movement, which include ongoing conflict, flight from persecution and human rights violations, as well as the desire to access better economic opportunities, and all these motivations is what provides its mixed character. Instability and armed conflict, combined with authorities' weak capacity to control or monitor movement, has created grounds for the emergence of irregular mixed flows to the Gulf states, Europe and South Africa. Many migrants, too many, die during the journey, while others are subjected to abuse and injury at the hands of smugglers. The figures compiled by the UN High Commissioner for Refugees and the International Organization for Migration show a significant increase of the phenomenon. Since the beginning of the year, the figures of arrival are twice as high as last year. In 2009, some 47,000 people reached the coast, while at least 873 died or went missing during the trip. The main migration movement from the Horn of Africa to Yemen includes the sea passage from areas around the port towns of Bosaso in Puntland and Obok in Djibouti, in some cases using Berbera in transit to various arrival points along the Yemeni coast. Since migrants and asylum seekers, the general public, civil society and authorities are not currently adequately informed of the rights of migrants and asylum seekers, it is difficult to ensure that these rights are effectively upheld. The overall objective of GRT, an Italian organization working in Puntland since 2003, with the support of the IOM, is to contribute to developing an effective response to mixed migration in the region. GRT has focused its activities on increasing awareness of asylum-related rights, trafficking and undocumented migration in order to protect the most vulnerable migrants and to work together with the local communities for providing assistance to the victims of abuses and human rights violations.
How many survived? How many were you on board of the boat? How many survived? How many survived? How many were you on board of the boat? How many survived? How many were you on board of the boat?
It was large, but we were more than 200 passengers, which were far much above the boat capacity. After traveling 1.5 days, we encountered a mechanical problem. We were lost on the water for 14 days. 130 people lost their lives. Some died for hunger. Others desperately dived into the water and committed suicide. And some lost their lives for the intense heat coming from the engine of the boat. Less than 100 people managed to reach the shores to Yemen, since the boat was being helped by the fishermen who came to our rescue. And that is how we got saved. I was in coma and unconscious. And it's when I became conscious that I was told what happened. People lost their life. First, the people who were near the engine, and then the people who were on top were forced to jump into the water. Some were shot by the boat guards so that they can reduce the number of people who were on board.
Where are you heading now? Where are you heading now? Where are you heading now? What persuaded you to migrate?
As you see, this lady boarded the boat while pregnant.
They kicked me on my back.
And while we were traveling, a man kicked her at the back. We were around 100 to 110 passengers in a small boat.
How many survived?
I cannot figure out the exact number. I was seeing even some died in the sea. Amongst them, children, but do not know the number since everyone was struggling for safety.
They kicked me on my back. I was pregnant.
Despite all these problems, we, as GRT staff members, believe that the only way to avoid human tragedies like this one is to work in the field with the local communities by organising workshops and open debate in which these issues are discussed in public. We are positive about our project because we have already seen some of the results.
What action should we take against the organizers of human smuggling? They should be prosecuted and face both the national and the international laws. Who has the right to be recognized as refugee? People who migrate from their home country to another country due to insecurity and political persecution.
They should help us in conducting public campaigns through workshops, by creating opportunities and jobs, and also work with the coastal authority patrolling the coastal line.
There is a Somali proverb which says that you cannot stop somebody who is running away from you. But we can always talk with the people, discuss with those who intend to migrate, and making them aware of the hardships and challenges that they can find during their trip and in abroad countries.